You knocked on the door, taking care not to drop the tray balanced on your other hand. The smell of chicken soup waffled around the hallway, happily enticing the person behind the door. Neito? You called. Can I come in? There was silence for a moment. Then, shuffling noises. And then, the doors opened, just a crack. What do you want? A hoarse voice asked, as the occupant of the room peeked out of the crack in the door. You sighed inwardly as you looked at your boyfriend, Neito Monoma, who had spent some time yesterday training in the rain and was now afflicted with a rather nasty cold. I brought you some food and some notes you missed in class, you explained, holding up the tray. Monoma seemed to perk up slightly at the smell of the chicken soup, his cat ears twitching upward slightly. Okay. Neito muttered, swinging the door open with a slight grunt. You smiled, stepping into the dim room, looking around for a place to set the tray down. Monoma's room was much messier than usual. His bed, in particular, was a mess of blankets and pillows, but it looked comfy in another sort of way. The curtains were drawn over the window, dimming the afternoon light, and a waster basket filled with tissues stood next to the bed. Beside table, please. Monoma said hoarsely, collapsing face first back into his bed with a groan. You set the tray down carefully, avoiding the glass of water and box of tissues. You took a seat next to Monoma, who was still face down in his bed. So, how's the cold? You asked softly, reaching out to scratch the cat boys behind the ears. Neito let out a hoarse purr as your finger tickled the fur behind his ear. But... he caught, his voice muffled by the sheet on the bed. You gently rolled Monoma over, hoping to warm him up a bit more. Your boyfriend looked awful. His normally neat blonde hair was unkempt, his steel blue eyes heavy and tired. Even his skin looked paler than normal. I can't do it myself. Monoma muttered as you attempted tucking him, maneuvering himself back into the warmth of his blanket and wrapping them securely around him. You giggled, seeing that his cat ears was still peeking out of the blanket. I told you not to train yesterday. The weather forecast said it would start raining. You teased, shifting closer to Neito. Neito peeked out from his blanket to give you a reproachful look. Of course I have to train hard. I need to get revenge on that class 1A pack girl. He beat me in the last sport festival. Monoma grumbled. You rolled your eyes, tiring the chicken soup with the spoon, the metal clinking merrily against the bowl. Do you want your soup, Neito? You asked, lifting some of the soup with a spoon. Neito nodded, shuffling closer to you. You lifted the spoon carefully, putting a palm under it in order to catch any falling soup. You moved it carefully up to Monoma's lips, who gulped it down with a sigh. That's good. Monoma murmured, the warmth of the soup, scratchiness of his throat. Where did you get it? Well, I made it. I'm glad you like it. You grinned, scooping up some more soup. Monoma gave you an appreciative look, his tail indicating that he was happy. You continued to feed Monoma the soup, giggling as he purred hoarsely. Feeling better? You asked, setting the empty bowl down. Neito nodded, a soft purr escaping him. You know that a little cold isn't going to stop me from being the great phantom thief. Neito busted, his bravado seeming to return to him. You stifled a giggle at his bold proclamation, scratching him behind the ear again. But a thief still needs his rest, okay? You laughed. Monoma huffed, laying back down the sheet. Fine. Just for my princess. He muttered, the tip of his ears turning a slight red color. You leaned forwards, pressing a quick kiss onto his head, earning a soft purr from him. Sure, you dumb coffee cat.
Bnha